Welcome back to Travel with Nature. Today, we're exploring one of Gainesville's most iconic and wild outdoor treasures, Chua Trail, located at the north rim of Paynes Prairie Preserve State Park. This isn't just a trail, it's an unforgettable experience through Florida's raw natural beauty. It's not a theme park, and it's not landscaped to perfection, and that's exactly the point. Here, you're reminded of what Florida used to be, and what it still can be when we protect and preserve these wild spaces. Chua Trail is a favorite among Gainesville locals, and for good reason. It's part of Paynes Prairie, Florida's first state preserve, which spans over 21,000 acres of wetlands, hammocks, and grasslands. The Chua Trail itself is just under 3 miles round trip, and every step brings you closer to some of the most incredible wildlife viewing in the state. Whether you're a birder, photographer, hiker, or just someone looking for a peaceful escape into nature, this place has something for everyone. Your walk into the park will take you across a bike path, so once you get to this point, be sure to watch for bicyclists. They are generally cruising right along on this part of the path. Once you cross the bike path, be sure to stop and check out the site map that you see here. This will give you a pretty good idea where you are and what you may see on this hike. If you have to use the restroom or think you will during this hike, you can stop here. This is the only restroom within the park. What makes this trail so popular? Wildlife, and lots of it. As you walk the trail, you're almost guaranteed to spot alligators, sometimes dozens of them, sunning themselves just feet away. It's one of the few places in Florida where you can safely observe these prehistoric reptiles in their natural habitat. Birdwatchers will be in heaven here. Depending on the season, you can encounter a wide variety of species, including sandhill cranes, great blue herons, anhingas, purple gallinules, bald eagles, and during migration, even rare warblers and shorebirds. You may also see wild horses and bison, both reintroduced to the prairie to reflect its historic wildlife. What I love most about Chua Trail is how close you feel to the wild. You're not just looking at animals from a distance. You're immersed in their world. It's peaceful, it's primal, and it's perfect for resetting your mind. But let's rewind a bit. This trail isn't just special for its wildlife, it has a rich history. Paynes Prairie was designated as Florida's first state preserve in 1971, but its ecological significance was recognized long before that. The name La Chua comes from a Spanish ranch that existed here in the 1600s. La Chua was possibly a Timucuan word meaning sink or drain, referring to the basin-like landscape of the prairie. In the 1800s, this area was used for cattle ranching and farming, and by the early 20th century, drainage canals were built that altered the prairie's natural flooding cycles. In the decades that followed, conservationists worked tirelessly to protect and restore the area. Today, the trail follows one of those canals, now repurposed to guide visitors through this unique ecosystem. Chua Trail officially opened to the public in the 1990s, and it's part of a broader effort to make this preserve both accessible and educational. The boardwalk at the start of the trail allows for easy access and includes interpretive signs that tell you all about the flora, fauna, and history of the land. And don't forget the plants. The wetlands support a variety of aquatic plants like pickerel weed, duck potato, and water lilies. Along the drier portions of the trail, you'll see saw palmetto, live oaks draped in Spanish moss, and wildflowers in the spring and fall. One of the most magical times to visit Chua Trail is early morning or just before sunset. That's when wildlife is most active, and the views are nothing short of stunning. You'll often catch the fog lifting off the prairie, cranes calling in the distance, and gators slipping silently into the water. Right behind me is Alachua Sink, one of the key features of this trail. It's a natural sinkhole that drains water from the prairie into the Floridan aquifer, essentially feeding into the groundwater that supplies much of Florida's drinking water. It's both beautiful and incredibly important for our environment. Chua Trail is also a community favorite. Locals come out here for bird counts, wildlife photography, or just a quiet walk. It's dog-free, which helps protect the wildlife, and there are benches and lookout points along the way to stop and take it all in. Chua Trail is a local favorite, and for good reason. First off, it's only about a 10-minute drive from downtown Gainesville, making it incredibly accessible. But it's the sheer beauty and diversity of life here that really draws people in. Locals come here to experience the raw, untamed side of Florida. The trail follows an old railroad bed, which adds a sense of nostalgia and history to every step. Walkers and photographers alike are rewarded with incredible views of the Alachua Sink and wide-open vistas of the Prairie marshland. So whether you're visiting Gainesville for the first time, or you've lived here your whole life, Chua Trail is a place that never stops giving. With every visit you see something new, a different bird, a quiet moment, or a surprising encounter with nature. So if you've ever wanted to see gators in the wild, hear the bugle of a sandhill crane, or take a walk through living history, Chua Trail is waiting for you. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Chua Trail here in Gainesville, Florida. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow nature lovers. And if you visited this trail yourself, drop a comment below and let us know what wildlife you saw. Until next time, I'm Craig, and this is Travel with Nature, where every trail has a story.